Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining Growing with Gray. Today, we're going to look at the TEKS resource system to help educators and parents know what avenues are there for them to know and grow. We're also going to look at the TEA website, Texas Education Agency website, so we can look into that and pull some different release tests on there. Okay. All right. If you want to see how to access that and how to get there, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. All right. We'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to the TEKS resource system. That's what you see here on your screen, the TEKS resource system. And notice that if you are a teacher who is hired through a district, you'll have a username and password. If you're not, if you're a parent like myself, you can go to the bottom here where it says, please click here for parent and guardian access. That's where we're going to go. So click there. And it says continue as a parent or guest. And you click there again at the bottom. Okay, so when we go here, we're going to notice that there's a lot of information here. I'm just going to scroll down. And what we're going to click on is we can go to the standards and parent resources. First, I'm going to go to the parent resources. Okay, so when we go here, we notice here on the top there, it's saying that who is the TCMPC, which is the Texas system. And it says, what is the purpose of the TEKS resource system? And then there's a whole lot of information down here. And honestly, I would read it in detail. It's just my eyes are not focusing very good right now, but I'm going to get that fixed or corrected, I should say. And then if you go here, there's some sample components. And in the sample components, this is where we're going to dive and dig in deeper, okay? If we notice here, we see a TEKS clarification document. This is going to be in more detail as a higher teacher record in a district. If you have access to that, this is going to be very detailed. Let's click on it and see what it says for guests or parents. The TEKS clarification document is designed to clarify and explain the meaning and intent of the language which each state standard. And then next we have the Spanish language arts. So you can click on that if you need to. What we have here is the enhanced TEKS clarification document. You can click on that. And right here it has grade 5 mathematics. And here what's going to populate is going to say sample only. And if you want to, if you have a 5th grader, you can print this out, this TEKS clarification document, and it's just a sample, but it's going to start at 5.2a. And it's really going to be very self-explanatory. 5.2 is numbers and operations. It says the student applies mathematical process standards to represent, compare, and order positive rational numbers and understand relationships as related to place value. The student is expected to And then we go down to each one of these. The student is expected to represent the value of a digit in decimals through the thousandths using expanded notation and numerals. So this is and then, your students, when they come home, you can talk to them about this. You can pull this up for them so they can see and they know that, oh, my mom or my dad knows what I'm being taught in school. So this is very good here. And then there are some examples here. This is very good here. Going down to the tenths all the way to the 100 millionth place. So this is all good on here. So remember, this is the TEKS resource system, TEKS resource system. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post this in the, I think it's the documents or something. When you go to the YouTube link, you should be able to see that. Okay, let me. And also the different application I'm on right now is the Zoom application, which we were pretty much using this all of last year, the Zoom application. And it's very good to be able to teach remotely for students or to show them things. Okay, so let me go here. And we can scroll down. Okay, so next we're going to go to the TEA website. So remember, this is the TEKS resource system where you can go in and find everything. Oh, before we go into the TEA, Texas Education Agency website, let's scroll down here. Actually, let's go back, because we didn't go through all the components. So let's go ahead and scroll down here to the vertical alignment. Vertical alignment is where the students were last year, the year before that, the year before that, and it spans all the way from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, okay? So let's go ahead and click on this. And this vertical alignment is 7 through 8. It says right here. So when we click on that, we'll see the sample of where they were in 7th grade and where they are in 8th grade. And so what you can do here is definitely look in there and see. And I'm not for sure as a guest or a parent if we can have access to multiple grade levels. So we'll check into that. We will check into that. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the TEKS verification document. So if we go here, we're going to see English Language Arts grade 4 TEKS verification document. I'm going to click on this one. On this document, this is wonderful. Now this, you're seeing this sample here. This is how teachers plan their lessons, because in the different units, like this one here is unit 1, unit 2A, unit 2B, unit 2BC, 2C, sorry, and so forth. And it tells you what's happening. So if we scroll down, or maybe we can't. The T is, they're teaching that. The D is directly taught. And then there's another one. There's an O, which is not a bit, but there's an O here for ongoing teaching. It's an ongoing teach. It's continually spiraled in. And if you look over here, you'll see the standard number. That's the TEAC number. And it tells you what exactly they're going to do on that. Okay, let's go back and scroll down. So we're going to go to the IFD. That's the instructional focus document. And they have one here. Let's see. English language arts. This is English 1, instructional focus document. And this is grade 8, instructional focus document. I'm going to click on English 1. So basically here it's telling you the introduction of this unit. So right here it says new unit 2, literary text analysis and composition. Okay. So that's what this is. And it's telling you how many days it's supposed to be taught here. Sometimes they go longer. Sometimes it could be a little shorter. 9 times out of 10 it's going longer because this is English 1. And in English 1, the students take an end of course exam, EOC, and they have to pass that to get credit for that course they took. And you need all your EOCs passed by the time you graduate. You'll get several chances, several attempts. Okay, let's go ahead and go back and scroll down to the next component, resources. It says a variety of resources intended to complement the TEAC's resource system. Content including, goodness, I cannot see, curriculum, the curriculum content including, and it stops there, it doesn't give us any more. Since we're guest parents, they're not giving us anymore. And it has the STAR analysis. And let's look here. Let's look at, there's some science. Let's click on that one. Okay, so here on this analysis, this is a sample. This one I like, and we're gonna see more of this when we go into the TEA, Texas Education Agency. You'll see the released STAR test, and you'll be able to see samples of how to practice. And your teachers are working with students on release test sample questions to enhance their teaching practices. So this is a question 40, a student groups different types of cells as shown. And this is biology. And it's going to give you the sample answer choices. And it's going to tell you here what the correct answer is. The correct answer has a little star by it, a little asterisk there by it. So if this is a sample and you want to work on this with your child, your student, you can actually cut and or dissect this question here. And this is question 40 on the 2018, spring 2018 test. So we're going to be able to pull that up when we go to the TEA website. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down. Uh-oh. And the last one is, nope, backwards design document. Let's look at that. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's look at grade 1. So this backwards design document is actually going to take us through the different units. Wait, is this? Hold on, I'm sorry. I think this is the wrong language for me. Let me go back to parent. Okay, social studies grade 7, and that's in English for me. Yo hablé un muy poquito español. Okay, so here's a sample here of the grade 7 Texas history backward design document. And remember, when you go to this website and read up on this, you can pull it up. It's some good information, and it'll help you as a teacher and a parent to help you with your student if they have questions. Okay. Let's look at this GAP implementation tools. Let's see, grade 3 GAP implementation tool. So here it talks about, it says the grade 3 mathematics COVID-19 GAP implementation tool. It says the potential gap considerations from the year that we were out. A lot of students were out and they had that opportunity to be virtual. So that's what this is about. So this is good for us parents to see, okay, we can go in here and kind of get a little, you know, like peek into the instruction pretty much. Okay, and then I'm gonna click on the assessments. And there are some performance assessments, unit assessments, and item bank, and there's formative assessments, item bank. This is really, really, really good. Okay. If I was live with you, I would ask, are there any questions? Okay, so let's toggle over to the Texas Education Agency website, TEA website. And if you type in released star with 2 A's test, you're gonna come up to this page. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna scroll down to whichever grade level your scholar is in, and you're gonna go to that grade level. So if they're in 3rd grade, you have a section for math. You have a section for reading. In 4th grade, you have a section for math and a section for reading. In 5th grade, we add one. We have math, reading, and science. We added science. Then in 6th grade, we have, in 6th grade, we have math, reading. In 7th grade, we have math and reading. And then in 8th grade, there are 4 assessments. We have math, reading, and we're adding science and social studies. Then when we get to upper grade levels, high school level, we have Algebra 1. We have English 1. We have English 2. We have biology, and we have US history. These are all EOCs, end of course exams. Let's go ahead and take a look at one. I'm going to look at an Algebra 1 end of course exam. And I'm noticing here, we have last year's assessment, 2021. And if you see here, you'll notice it says STAR, State of Texas Assessment of Academic Readiness, Algebra 1. and it was released in 2021. That was last year. You're going to have your reference materials, which students can use on their tests to ensure that they are understanding. So on this reference material, make sure that your scholars are using this. Then you have your grid paper. And I want you to notice how these grids are smaller than, than other grade level grids. This grid, like if you go on third grade, you'll notice the grids are, the quadrants are larger. Okay, so you can scroll down through these. And at school, you can ask your teacher for this grid paper, and they should be able to provide that for you. Or you can print it out at home. So here are the questions, and this is the release test from last year. Which expression is equivalent to the square root of 184? So it's asking what's equivalent to it. And we have linear functions. More linear relationships. And that's that there. So what we're going to do now is go back. You can go through any of the assessments here. And what I would do as a parent, if I'm trying to work with my child, or as a teacher, I would pull all release tests from 2013 to go ahead and have them work on those. And if you need assistance, grab an answer key. So let's see, the second column is going to be the answer key. So it's going to tell you the number. It's going to tell you the reporting category. It's also going to tell you the readiness or supporting standard. It's going to give you the SE number, which is the content expectation. And then it's going to give you the processing expectation. And then at the end, the final column here is going to be the answer. So you can keep that to yourself and then tell the students the answer after the fact, because you remember, productive struggle is okay. It's okay. They're going to learn how to get that done. And this, of course, is after the teaching. Okay. Remember, I am in Zoom. I'm going to stop. I'm sorry, the end part of that video just cut out just a little bit, but I will put in the documents in the bottom or the side of the YouTube link. I'll put in there the website for the TEKS resource system and also the Texas Education Agency, TEA website. All right, thank you guys.